Ladies and gentlemen, we are here at Homestead-Miami Speedway for the moment everybody's been waiting for, the decider of the third season of the BRRS. Two championship contenders in today's field, unfortunately both starting in the back of the field. King, your points leader, with VK right behind him in second. Both of them are tied in points. Whoever finishes ahead of the other will become the champion. King, the defending, VK, the defending series champion, looking to go back-to-back here today, and King looking to get his first ever championship in this league. Joel starting on pole as of right now. He is going to be sitting third in the point standings at 471 points, right behind King and VK, who are tied with 493. So, here is your starting lineup. You got a little sneak peek of it during that little opening, but Joel sitting on pole with Smart Coder right to his outside. Diamond in the 51 sitting to the inside of Trooper in the 68. Trainwreck and Trainwreck and VK are going to be second to last in the rows, and then King is going to be rounding out the field in the 48 Jimmy Johnson scheme. Hoping to get some good luck with that good luck charm today. So, that is your field. 7 cars in the field. Going to be a wild one. Of course, as we said, Joel starting on pole, looking for redemption from last season, just looking to win the race. Now, this is a very, very slim chance, but Joel Musa has a possible mathematical reason to I'm screwing this up really badly, but King and VK both would have to DNF in order for Joel to win the race and the championship, but the odds of that not in Joel's favor at all, and the control has been given to drivers. We are about to find out who is going to be champion number 3 of the BRRS. We are green here in Homestead. Joel Musa clears the field as Diamond dives down to the inside looking for second place. He's going to clear Smart, although Smart's fighting back on the outside lane. Joel Musa already out to a great lead on this restart. And a bit of contact between the two championship contenders, King and VK, as Trooper is going to be under attack from the 88 car of Trainwreck. A brilliant move on the bottom lane. That puts him up into the 4th spot, I believe. And oh, there's contact! One car spinning, multiple cars spawn at that time. Caution is out for the 51, and I believe so it looks like there was only one car that spun there, and that was Diamond. And well, 2 laps into this race, and there's already an early caution from the 51 car of Diamond. Pits are going to be open, and surprisingly, people are coming down pit road. Joe Musa, your pole sitter, coming down, and both championship contenders are coming down as Trooper has a horrible entrance. He gets snagged on the little slab of concrete there at the entrance. That's going to set him back a couple positions. But now, as we watch King, your championship leader, he is in one of the earlier pit boxes as he's already out. And VK, the second place driver in the points, looking to get ahead of King here. King's coming up fast. Trooper gets ahead of the 48, and looks like VK's going to have a slow stop. He's going to come out dead last here. And the 51 gets a speeding penalty. But King, right now, your points leader looks to have the championship lead. He'll be restarting third, right behind Joel Musa and Trooper. And Smart's going to be hot on his tail. And we will be going green flag, going to be this time by. And VK did not come out dead last there. He had Trainwreck and Diamond right behind him. And control is live for the drivers. Joe Moose is going to lead them down to the line. Green flag back in the air here at Homestead. Already a ton of moves happening in the back. Looks like King is starting to fall back just a little bit. On the high side is the 12 of Smart Coder. He's going to be right up against the walls at 3 wide, right behind the championship leader. VK's down on the bottom, trying to make a move, trying to make some ground after that bad pit stop. They're still 3 wide in turns 3 and 4. To the center of the corner, Trainwreck the sandwich of the meat as of right now, and there's a contact! Up into the outside wall goes Trainwreck and Smart. They all settle it out though. Now King is now trying to run away from VK. Side by side for 4th place right now is VK and Trainwreck. As King's trying to catch up to Trooper there, trying to get that second place position. Trainwreck's going to use up VK on the exit of the corner. That's going to set VK back in position. King now has the 88 all over his rear bumper as the 13's going to try to look to the outside, trying to get that outside lane run on the 88. They're all training down to the bottom, and there goes the 48, trying to make a move down to the inside of Trooper. Trooper's going to slide up the track a little bit. Up to 2nd place now is the 48 of King. Down the front stretch they go. Side by side is Trooper and VK. They're just going to settle it out going into turn 1. King's trying to hunt down Joel. Side by side for 3rd once more. VK's going to clear him. Down at the turn 1. Everyone's single filing out except for Trooper. He's up on the high lane, losing a ton of ground on the rest of the field. He's going to file in last. As Joel Musa has half a second lead on the rest of the field. King and VK are nose to tail coming off of turn number 2. Just got to remember, King has to finish ahead of VK if he wants to win the championship. But if VK finishes ahead of the 48, he becomes a 2-time and back-to-back champion. Down the back they go. Trainwreck all over the rear bumper of that 13 as they go into turns 3 and 4. To the outside goes the 88. Will he get that run? VK closes the door right as they get off. The field still single file. Throw the championship contenders plus Trainwreck under a good blanket as VK is going to try and look to the outside of the 48. Down to the inside now, back up high. Slicing and dicing his way up and down the track, but it's not enough to get by him as they were all nose to tail right then and there in the corner as VK's now under attack from the 88. Side by side, a little bit of contact there. VK and Pearson now side by side right behind them. The 2 championship contenders are heating each other up. Off of turn 2, King does it a little high there. Will the 13 respond? Down to the inside, trying to make a move. He bumps him. King up the track, and VK's trying to take this championship lead. Off of turn number 4, they clear. No, they did not clear each other yet. They're still side by side. Contact is being made as Trainwreck's trying to push 13. Now down to the inside. 3 wide for 3rd place. King's in trouble on the high side. He's against the wall. Gonna lose a ton of speed here. A lot of his momentum is gonna be lost. King starting to fade. As there's more contact, the 88 and the 12. Hooking rear bumpers. And up the track goes Smart Coder. Up into King. That's a lot of ground loss for the championship contender of King. Looks like Trainwreck possibly tried to clear himself on the 12. That did not work out. And the 12 shot up the track and into the 48. That cost the 48 some ground, but better to have those mistakes happen earlier in the race than later, because we're only on lap 14 of 167. We got a lot of ground and time for King to make up. As VK still holding on to that second place, but he is under attack from the 88. He's going to try and look down low. VK in the middle lane. Might get a bump here from the 88. Keep in mind, before the race even started, Joel said that he would be helping King instead of helping his own teammate VK. So be sure to look out for the 3 and the 13, as those two may not be the best of friends during this race. As Trainwreck is pushing the 13 all the way down through the corners. He's going to try and look down to the inside. VK's trying to block it. Down the back stretch to go, side by side. Trainwreck's trying to look for second. Down to the inside, has to let off there before he slides up into VK. Turn 4, looks like VK's going to clear the 88 once again. Now trying to look back down to the inside as they go down to turn number 1. Now back up to the outside. Trainwreck trying to find a way around him. Now VK does not have to hold on to second. He just has to finish ahead of King if he wants to finish in the lead in the points. And looks like there's a more battling but right behind these two. As long as VK and King both DNF, which again is very, very slim with how those two have been racing throughout the season, Joel might be able to clinch that title, but only God knows what's going to happen to these two in the championship battle, as he's right up against VK. I keep getting those two mixed up, but VK's all over the back bumper of that 7 car, trying to make a move, trying to get that lead of the race, trying to get his final win of the season. He's down to the inside. They're making contact in the corners. Down the back stretch to go, door slamming each other as they go down the back. Like we said earlier, Joel will not let off. He will not help his teammate here. He's cleared. To the lead goes King, or VK. I apologize for keep getting those two mixed up. But back down to the inside. Trying to hold them off. Deck down to the inside, side by side. Trainwreck's pushing the 7. VK's going to lose a ton of ground as the top 2 are going to start sliding down to the bottom. A lot of contacts being made. VK still in the championship lead, I believe, as the whole field is packed up. And oh, there's problems. King's around. Around he goes down the backstretch. He spun around hard into the inside wall. Lag for the 48. And unless he gets back going, he might be done. As we go back to VK, he's down to the inside of 12 of Smart Coder. And now he's going to have to let off. Contact between him and Diamond. Diamond's going to fall back. King has disconnected from the game. That means that he's going to possibly be a lap down. Right now, Smart Coders to the lead. With Joel sitting in third, he's trying to make a move on Trainwreck. You see King trying to merge out back onto the track. Let's take a look at this battle for the lead. We're going to be watching Trainwreck. He's on the bottom getting a push from Joel. Joel's going to push the 88. He's up the track. Joel now trying to look down to the inside. Oh, contact between the two leaders. Across the line, they were 3 wide for a millisecond there. Joel down to the bottom with Trainwreck on his outside. Can this work? Off the corner. They're squeezing each other off of turn 2. Down into turns 3 and 4. They're still side by side. VK's looking to pounce. He's going to shoot the gap between the two. A lot of jostling. Now 4 cars on the bottom with 1 on the top. VK still sitting 4th, but Diamond's all over his back bumper. 3 wide for 2nd place. Diamond's pushing VK. They're still 3 wide. Trainwreck might have to let off here, because these two might be sliding up, and yes they are. VK slides up. Joel's out to the lead as of right now. And there's a lot of contact between the 88 and the 12. Now they're 3 wide for 2nd once again. VK almost got pitched up into the wall there. Down the back into turns 3 and 4. There's contact. The 51 almost got spun up into the outside wall. Almost collected Trainwreck there. But they're still 3 wide. Diamond saying that he broke way too hard into the corner. As now VK is under attack from the 88. To the outside goes the 13. As you can see King there in the back, just lapped down, trying to catch up and unlap himself, hoping for a caution after that. We're just hoping for a caution in general, because he does have time to make up that ground. It's been done before, but right now he's to the inside of Trooper. Again, trying to make up that ground. That 48 is trying to haul his way back up to the front. Off turn 4, just a slight bit of contact between the 13 and the 88 of Trainwreck. As Joel's pulling out to the lead, VK starting to slide up the track just a little bit. That might open up the door for Diamond here to make a move. And it does. There's a bit of contact there off of turn 2. Diamond's going to fall back right behind King in the 48. To the high side. The two championship contenders are side by side. And King may be ahead of VK, and there's contact. King and VK had a bit of contact there. Train might have had something to do with that as well. Not entirely sure. But yes, now that King is ahead of VK in this pack, that does not necessarily mean that he has the championship lead, because he is still a lap down. He has to unlap himself and then pass pass VK again if he wants to be able to get the lead, and he's gonna shoot the 88 on the track. Now Trainwreck's gonna fall behind. VK still trying to hunt down that 48. We're getting words that there was not contact between the 88 and the 48, just the 88 sliding up the track as there's a bit of a wad up here in the back. King, or sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up. VK, Diamond, Trainwreck, and Trooper all fighting here for this 4th spot. As King, take a look at this. Even though he respawned his car and got fresh tires, he is 2nd in the pack. But he's still dead last, being lapped down. Now he's unlapped himself. He's cleared Joel. And and oh, bit of contact between the two. Joel back down to the inside. Fighting the lap car of the championship leader. Or the points leader. He turns 3 and 4. King's trying to run away with it now. Now all he has to do is either wait for a caution or try and make his way all the way back around. Either way, he will have the championship lead if he does that and passes VK. But only one way to see if that happens. He's going to wait and see. But as of right now, it looks like Smart Coder's going to have the lead. And VK sitting pretty in third. Pretty confident with that car right there, that Popeye's Chevrolet Camaro. Smart's going to slide up the track just a wee bit. Everyone's starting to single file out now as they go down the backstretch. Oh, and as I say that, it looks like VK might be under attack from Trainwreck here. Oh, looks like he's trying to get to the rear bumper of that 13. And not sure what's happening with King, but it looks like he might be lagging once again as he's sliding in turns 3 and 4, in turns 1 and 2. Up the track, and oh, the 2 leaders are in the wall. Smart Coder and Joel Musa both making contact and slid up into the outside wall. King having a ton of lag issues. That is going to really hurt him if they don't stop. It's going to put a small bump into the second car. So turn 4. And we do have a pitter. We do have a Trooper who has come down to pit. He is in the championship hunt, although he is not eligible to win the entire thing. Mostly just looking for a top 5 finish in the point standings, but he is out and away. As King's going to try and look down to the inside of the 12, and he clears him off at turn 4. Joel Musa all the way down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find a way around that 12. Smart Coder on the high side, trying to make a move. Turn 2, it looks like VK almost cleared himself on the 88 there. It looked pretty close there. And Smart's going to slide up the track. It's going to open the door for Joel. Again. So once again, they're all single filing out. And of course, as I say that, when somebody makes a move, that was Smart down to the inside of Joel. Now the question is, with the pit strategy, is King going to stay out as long as he can and try and make something happen as BK sent it down on the inside of Musa? He's right on the leader's tails. But yes, back to King. How long will he stay out compared to the other drivers? He does have quite a few lap pressure tires than everybody else because of him having to respawn his car with the complications that he had. And oh, up to the outside goes King, or VK, trying to make a move on Joel for second. He bumped him going into the corner. He's going to bump him again as Smart Coder's going to slide up to the high side. VK still manages to stay in third place. Joel Musa is now over the back bumper of that 12 car. Top 3 all into the outside wall. And it looks like the top 3 are going to be coming in. Joel Musa, Smart Coder, VK, including Diamond and Train. Looks like everybody's going to be coming in this time by. The entire field comes into pit. Trooper's going to unlap himself here. Now what does this mean for King? How long will he stay out? And when he does stay out, how much will he gain? And now King's coming in. King, now that he is back on the lead lap, he could now pit here and possibly get himself back up with the leaders, as he's right here. He's right down at the end of the pit road, trying to get the farthest pit box he can to the exit, just trying to find his way around VK. Joe Musa sitting in his box, ready to come out, and he's coming out first with the 12 and 88 right behind him. VK comes out as well as Diamond. King still sitting in his pit box. He's now out, and the 51 has been caught speeding. That's the second, I believe, the second speeding ticket I think we've seen today. Wait, no, that was the first speeding ticket that we have seen. No, yes, he did. That is the second time that we've seen someone get a speeding ticket. Oh, and there's problems for the 88. The 88 having to pull it down into pit road. And now with Trainwreck having to DNF, looks like engine problems for the 88 as he flips it going into the garage area. A tough way to end your day here at Homestead-Miami, but that does not change the fact that we have a championship battle on our hands. Right now, VK is sitting fourth, and wouldn't you look at that, King sitting fifth. VK currently 15 seconds back off of Trooper, the current leader, and as King comes off of turn number 4, and that's going to be a 26 second gap, so nearly 10 seconds, or no, 11 seconds separate the championship contenders. So it's going to be quite the battle to see if there's going to be a caution or not. So go ahead and see Trooper here. So Trooper currently leads the race. But what was that you said about Diamond? So since Diamond is a lap down, if he does not get his lap back during this race, Joel is more than likely out of the championship. Oh, and there's more problems for King, more lag for the 48 as he's spinning down into turns 1 and 2. And he's about to go a lap down from Trooper. Once again, King goes a lap down. Might be 2 laps down for King. But right now, Trooper with an incredible pit strategy. Pitting early, the undercut at Homestead seems to work, and it looks like Trooper has a chance here to win the race. And oh, there's more problems. King has jumped out of his car. He's sitting in the middle of the track. King having multiple problems here on the racetrack. This is looking to be the end of his championship hopes. He's running out of time. If he can get back into his car, hope for a caution, or a couple cautions actually, to get these laps back, I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen with him. He will more than likely be out of the championship, and VK was more than likely going to be going back-to-back here in BRRS. King very frustrated over the radio. on the verge of giving up, but we know King and what he's done throughout the season. He does not seem like the guy to give up, so we'll see how this whole situation between he and his lag is going to fare. But right now, as we said before, Joe Musa has a chance to win this championship, but right now, Diamond has to get his lap back and has to pass VK in order for there to actually be somewhat of a chance to even tie the championship, which would then go off of wins. As King has somehow gotten around Diamond. Not sure if that's just a visual glitch or if he actually is ahead of Diamond, but right now, the two closest cars on the track are Diamond and Smart Coder. To the bottom of the racetrack goes the 51. Yeah, Trooper is looking to get his second win of the season. And something's wrong with the 12. He's down on the bottom of the racetrack. He hits the outside wall. And he's grinding against that wall. Not sure what's going on with him. It's to be like more lag from the 12. A lot of lag issues here today. And Diamond has somehow lost ground on Smart Coder because of that. As King is sitting 2 laps down in 6th place. It is not looking good for the points leader. And because that Joel started on pole, he has that little extra ledge to his advantage. But it's all in the matter of if he can use it or not, depending on the circumstances that fall upon VK and King, and as well as Diamond, because he needs to gain his lap back in order for VK to finish outside the top 5, or to finish in the top 5. Oh, sorry, on the verge of finishing outside the top 5. Trooper still sitting pretty, though, in that 5-second gap, although it has been shrinking throughout this entire green flag pit stop phase. Joe Musa currently sitting second, hunting down that 68. It was a controversial finish back at Chicagoland, and there's a caution. Caution is out. And it looks like it's problems for King. It looks like he and the 7 of Joel had both had contact. But the caution is out, and it looks like that Joel might have ran into King after King had spun out and stopped. But now that has opened up the door. Joel, not only does King have a chance to possibly redeem himself, but Joel Musa now has a chance to redeem himself, as now Diamond's going to be back on the lead lap. It's going to be a wild one here in Homestead. I'm going to tell you that. Yellow flag pit stops are more than likely going to be happening soon. And we're getting multiple reports from the drivers saying that there might need to be a server reset because of the amount of lag. And right now the red flag is out. Officials are saying we are going to be resetting the server to reduce lag. And we are back here at Homestead-Miami. Drivers are getting themselves back into their normal positions, or in the position that they were. As pace is going to be underway here. Going green this time by Trooper and Smart Coder are going to be leading them. Got Joe Musa right behind the championship leader of VK as the control's been given to these drivers. We are ready to go back. Green flag racing here at Homestead. We are back in the championship race. On the high side, trying to hold off the 12 for this lead. Pit stops more than likely not going to be happening anytime soon, as King sitting still a lap down, but he is right there with the field. Hopefully lag does not fall behind him today, as it looks like VK is going to slide up the track and then be 3 wide for second place. They all single file it out and under good old second. Cross the line, VK almost gets spun Carl Edwards style by the 12. Track, and he's going to be up against the wall. Trooper still leading. King trying to look to the outside. He's going to have to fall right back behind these. The battle for last. Or battle for second to last. King trying to make his way back up to the front to unlap himself, and then hopefully by then there will be a caution, or just hoping for a caution in general, so we can get his lap back and be back on the lead lap, as Trooper makes a slight mistake in the no, maybe not though. He's still able to hold off Joel. Joel trying to get around that 68. Just a few laps, we'll be closing in on 100 laps to go. Still quite a long race ahead of us, as Joel's going to put the bumper to the 78 or 68. Side by side on turn 4. Up into the outside wall goes the 68, and Joel's going to be back to the lead. Now King is going to be all over the back bumper of the 7. King right now trying to make his way through the field, as he's just now past Diamond. And they might be going 3 wide for the race lead here. Down the backstretch they go. VK on the bottom. His teammate Joel's trying to shoot him down back to the bottom. 4 wide for just a moment there. Smart trying to take his nose in. Off of turn 4. VK still has the VK has gotten back to the lead. Almost gets spun down into the inside wall. Still 3 wide right behind him. Now back down to 2 wide. They sort it out as they battle throughout the turns. There's still 2 abreast here in the top 4. Now VK is going to get a push from his teammate. As they're down to the bottom, there goes Joel, trying to make it 3 wide. He's on the apron of all places around the track, and he does not make his way back around the leaders.
Oh, I'm not. Can you mute?
Joel down to the bottom, trying to fight VK for the lead. Side by side for second. The 13 and the 12 battling for that second spot, as 12 car's going to get really slow, and he almost wrecks the field right behind him. More lag from that 12 car. As he's got his other lag buddy King, the championship contender, trying to make a move as Smart slides up into the outside wall. King has only been able to make up 1 spot, and he's about to lose that spot. Oh, and a bit of contact between Diamond and King. King trying all he can just to get himself back up into the lead lap. How different could this have been if he had not gotten a single bit of lag? But disregarding that, VK sitting second in the race, the championship lead right in his grasp. As they all start to go single file once again, but in the corners they try and make some moves on each other. As Trooper's going to slide high. It's going to open up the door for the 12 as King is now trying to make his way around the 51. Trying to go side by side into the corner. That does not work out for him. Now back down to the bottom. King's there. He's trying to make a move around Diamond. Still side by side. Going to be going into the corner that way. And he sends it in there. He's going to slide up high. A bit of a crossover move from the 51. A slight bit of contact there. And there on the apron. They're into the inside wall. And King sliding. He hit the wall. He's sliding around. More lag for the 48. That's big trouble once again. No caution. He still stays within the pack. But that sent him back farther than he would want to. He's up against the wall. He's going to hit that limiter there. It's going to slow him down to 175 miles an hour for nearly the entirety of the backstretch. But now it looks like both of them, both Diamond and King, might be falling outside of the draft. So those two are going to have to work together somehow to catch up to the top four. So as King tries to find a way to catch up, go ahead and take a look at VK right now, sitting second. Turn 4, he's trying to make a move on the 7 here. Got right to his rear bumper. Down to turn 1, trying to find an opening on that 7 car, trying to get his way around him into the race lead, trying to get the final win of the season to cap off a pretty damn good season, if I would say. 5 wins on the season. Joel only with 1, I believe, possibly 2, as he's looking down to the inside. Joel Musa's trying to block. Side by side, down into turn 1. King, VK down to the inside, trying to find his way around him. Smart's lingering in third. VK's down to the bottom, and he's going to clear the 7. Oh, and into the wall goes the 12. Down to the bottom of the racetrack go the top 2. Side by side for third in the back as well. But we're more focused on the battle here for the lead as Joel fighting his teammate for that race win. He's down to the inside, down to the quarter panel of the 13. He's going to try and slide him up the track. That's not going to work out. He's still side by side up at turn 4. Looks like Joel is going to be able to... No, he did not clear him just yet. Might clear him off of here in the corner, and it looks like he has now. Yeah, now off of turn 2. Joel has cleared his teammate for the race lead. Now, may I remind you all again, VK does not have to win the race in order to win the championship. He just has to finish ahead of King, and so far he's got that gap pretty figured out. He's going to try and look down to the inside, and looks like Smart Coder might be trying to do that as well, trying to make it a 3-wide battle for the race lead once again. As Joe Musa does a crossover move on turn 2, they're side by side once again down the back, and a big block from the 7. He blocked the 12, but that was not enough. The 12 now trying to make it 3 wide. He falls back just a little bit though. still side by side for the lead. The 13 and the 12 battling hard here at Homestead. Big block from the 7 once again on the 12. The 12 is in the middle trying to make a move. It's not enough. The 7's on the apron. He's going to slide up 3 wide for second. Off of turn 2. Contact is made. And looks like the 68 is going to be able to get second. And looks like King has made his way back around Diamond. We have 90 laps to go here at Homestead. Here comes Trooper down to the bottom, trying to get his second win of the season, his 3rd overall. As BK's up into the outside wall, they were 3 wide for just a minute. Now back down through the backstretch. Trooper's on the high side. He's trying to make a move. Now Joel Muse is going to make it 3 wide for the race lead. Once again in turn 4. Joel gets shot down the track by the 12. The 12's now trying to block. They're still 3 wide as they go down into turns 1 and 2. There's contact made between the 7 and 12. Off of turn 2, the 13's going to make a slight bit of contact to the outside wall. That's going to slow him up. And guess who's right behind him? King in the 48 is trying to knock on the door of these top 4 and make some noise. Down to the inside goes the 12, trying to find some room. Here goes the 7 to take the lead. King now with more problems. Looks like more lag for the 48. No bother. These 4 are looking to get this win as it looks like Joel's going to get spun around. He got spun around by the 12. He's going to slide up the track. King's going to get right by. And Diamond is going to have to DNF, unfortunately, due to more circumstances. The field is shrinking more and more as King is now out to the lead. Joel is now out of the running. It is now only down to King and VK. If King gets a caution, he will be back on the lead lap and will be fighting with the 13 as he goes up into the outside wall. That's going to lose him some ground on Trooper. If Trooper gets the lead, that won't change much, but guess it would be his 2nd win of the season. Definitely help him get a top 4 spot in the playoffs. Well, despite all the DNFs and everything else, it does seem like Joel actually does have a chance. Oh, King's into the outside wall in the backstretch. More lag for the 48. He's going to try and save it from spinning. He's still lagging pretty bad. He's up against the wall. He's not cascading the whole thing. But right now, it looks like Alter is going to be taking over the seat of Diamond. Just going to finish the race. And that means that Joel is back in this thing. But time is slowly running out. Oh, and VK's up into the outside wall. Hard-hit, and he gets hit by King. Up into the track. It looks like his car just straight-lined or something. Something happened to the 13 right there, and he's lost a ton of ground. Troopers to the lead, and it looks like Joel's going to take over second, and looks like the power steering to his car had some weird kind of malfunction to cause his vehicle to just go straight in the corner. But never mind that, King right now trying to hunt down that 68, trying to get his way back to the lead lap. And then after that, just looking for a caution to get himself back into the contention of this championship. Off at turn number 2, they're all still single file. King trying all he can. He's pushing that thing to his limit. He's sitting on the high side right now. Get that outside thing run, but Joel's hard on his tail. Remember, Joel is willing to help the 48 win this championship. turns 3 and 4. King looking to get that help from the 7. Oh, as the 7 makes hard contact into the outside wall. Losing some ground. Now King is all over the back bumper of that 7, trying to prevent him helping his rival. Teammates or not, those two will be fighting. Trooper still with the lead. If Trooper lets King by here, then a caution word will come out. You already know the story. King would be back in the championship hunt. But right now, it's looking very bleak for the 48 driver. Is he going to get passed by Joel? Now King's VK is already to his back bumper in the corner. Off turn 4, VK surprisingly helping the 48 here. As King's going to be right up against the outside wall. No, there's a bit of contact between he and the 12, and there's something wrong with the 48 once again. Possibly more lag as he spins off of turn 2 into the inside wall. More and more lag keeps hitting this 48 in the wrong places at the wrong time. King's gotta be frustrated with this race. No doubt about it. Fighting for a championship throughout this entire season, and it's all coming down just because of a little bit of lag. But back to the battle here. Looks like VK is trying to defend from the 12, but it looks like he's going to fall back a little bit. King right now, I'm not entirely sure if he's still wanting to continue in this race, but that man's got to be heartbroken at this point. Down to turns 3 and 4, VK trying to get his way around this 12, trying to get the top 3 finishing result here. He comes off of turn number 4 and hits the wall a little bit. He is now going to be getting under attack from the 51 as he's going to slide up the track, and the 51 is going to be getting right by him. That is Katana, the the second place driver in the points as of right now in D2. He jumped into the car as a relief driver, and right now he's slicing and dicing his way through the field, more likely because of his fresh tires. Speaking of that, going to be seeing some green flag pit stops soon. Right now the 51's just trying to get himself back onto the lead lap. And oh, a big send from the 51. Right up into the rear end of the 7. It looks like the 12 might have shocked the 51 into the 7. But oh, that was not sent from the 12 that time. That time the 51 just simply sent it in there. He's going to lose some ground to the 12 as well. And now maybe the 13. And speaking of the 13, he'll be pitting. Let's see if anybody else follows his strategy, trying to do the undercut move that Trooper did earlier. It all comes down to this. It looks like Smart Coder is going to be coming in, as well as Trooper. Would not be surprised if everyone else decides to come in. But right now, VK, your championship leader, is in the pits, looking to get this undercut working for him, as Joel's going to be coming in as well. He comes into the very last pit box here at Homestead-Miami, as everybody else is coming in, everybody except for Alter. But looks like VK might get the race lead after this. And And he's off pit road. And King, more problems for King. He has disconnected once more. And it looks like Trooper has sped as well, so he might be out of the running for this win. And King very frustrated over the radio. Trooper will have to serve a drive-through as Joel Musa is going to be out right before them. Yeah, and it looks like, right after him, my bad. As it looks like, not sure what Smart Coder's doing. Oh, and he comes across the track of VK. Some lag possibly from the 12. But that was very close to costing VK's race. Right now, it looks like Smart Coder is lagging again. Says he froze coming off a pit, so... Right now, VK's leading, looking to get... Or, sorry, not leading. Katana is leading, but... Right now, it seems that VK is going to be in second place here. Oh, sorry, no. Joel Musa is going to be in second place. Cooper clear of pits. So he does not have to do another pass through, but his race is more than likely scrapped unless he can get a caution here and get himself back into contention. Right now, Katana's leading. He had the freshest tire when he got back out on track. And with Trooper and King both a lap down, that means that Joel Musa is going to be out of the running here in the championship. And it looks like, and there's problems. Looks like King spinning around once again down in the front stretch. He's spinning around. More lag is hitting this 48. Lag has plagued the 48 team throughout this entire season. And it looks like he's parking and he's pulling it into the garage. He's had enough. And now it looks like VK is going to be winning this by default. With 67 laps to go, the champion has already been decided. VK is going to be your champion by default, but that does not rule out a possible great finish here at Homestead-Miami. So let's stick around and see how it can go. But very unfortunate circumstances for King. He had the most top 5 out of all of the drivers in the playoffs, despite all of his lag issues that he's had. And right now it looks like VK is going to be going back-to-back here, just like Max Verstappen did back in F1. Except, of course, he didn't win it in the final race. He won it at Japan, of all places. With a couple races left to go this time in this series, we got the champion decided 67 laps early. Right now, your top 4 are the only drivers that are on the lead lap. And King, after a very, very frustrating race, and he had a very he had a great season going for him with his 2 wins, I believe it was, as well as the amount of top 5s he had. It all comes to an end because of lag. And now VK is looking to cruise to this championship. The second in a row, back-to-back. Oh, but wait, there's more. We do have some word about the chance of a champion. It looks like that if VK does manage to DNF in one way or another, which again, with how this race has been going and how consistent he's been throughout the season, not entirely sure if that is going to happen. But if it does, Joe Musa could win this all. So it's not over until it's over, but we'll have to wait and see what happens with the 13 car, whether he has to disconnect for whatever reason or just simply runs out of fuel. That will be the decider. But right now, VK is cruising to this win. Looking to cap off a perfect season for VK. 2 seasons in a row, dominated the series. Looking to do it all over again. And starting next season, it won't be Daytona that we decide to start the season off with. It will be Michigan. The 2-mile track. Looking to be the season opener for a few seasons to come. But Michigan going to be an interesting race to see how that is going to fare for the rest of the drivers. Going to see a lot of multi-groove racing at Michigan as well, so keep an eye out for that race. That's going to be an exciting one. But with only 5 cars left in the running, Joe Musa has the slightest chance. If Joel can win the race and VK DNFs, it'll be over. But we have 60 laps left to see if that is going to happen or if it's going to remain the way it is. Katana's still leading this race. He will have to do a pit stop at least because his tires are about half as fresh as the rest of the drivers' tires. And he's pitting right now. Katana, your leader in the 51. A relief driver for Diamond after he had to leave. He's coming down the pit road. We're going to see how he does his pit stop. More than likely going to lose the lead here, but will probably be coming out within the top 5. Well, obviously, because there's only 5 cars left. But he might be able to sneak his way out ahead of Trooper if he gets a fast enough stop. Does not look like that's going to happen, though. Yeah, Trooper's just now rounding off for turn 4, and Katana's just getting into his pit box, so I don't think he's going to be fit. He's going to be coming out ahead of him. But that means that Joel Musa's going to be leading. And with Joel Musa leading, that is going to put VK in second place. As Katana's going to have to go a lap down. But now that Joel is leading, all he needs is VK to DNF. That's all he needs. And we have some news on the 48. And it looks like that King might have a relief driver. So it's going to be... So 2 laps down is going to be what is going to happen. Is the circumstances that are going to be happening. King has to give confirmation that Shulk will be able to jump into the car and go 2 laps down to hopefully regain some ground for the 48, but the chances of him being able to actually win it are going to be very slim with the amount of laps that we have left. He's going to need a couple cautions in order to regain all that ground. And it looks like it's confirmed. And yes, it has been confirmed. King is letting Shulk fill in for the rest of this race. Is that going to change anything? We'll have to see how it's going to fare for the 48 team. But a bit of a last-second decision. So now we have to wait and see if anything is going to happen. Because right now, VK is sitting really comfortable in that lead. But can Shulk stop him? Remember, Shulk, not only a D2 driver, but is a team owner for the car that King drives. So Shulk is going to be 2 laps down. So he'll need a couple cautions, as we only have about 51-ish laps to go. We also got to remember that Joel still has a chance to win this thing, or to at least tie. So right now, if VK were to DNF, Joel is in the running, and he would have a chance. Very, very spread out race, as it looks like VK might be struggling on these tires. VK is currently sitting 3 seconds behind Joel. And we can go ahead and take a look at Joel Musa, our leader, as he's under attack from the 51. Katana, obviously a lap car, but he's trying to make his way around the 7 as he dives it down to the inside, and he clears them. Those fresh tires showing to be the best around this track. He dives down to the inside. He's back on the lead lap, but Joel Musa's still going to fight him, it looks like. Come off of turn 2, he's going to have that draft right on the nose, right on the tail of that 51. As with that battle between the 51 and the 7, that has closed the gap between the leaders down to 2.5 seconds. As it looks like Trooper's going to be coming down pit road. Trooper trying to do his final pit stop of the race. And unless drivers do try and save, there might be only one pit stop left here. But VK does not have to worry about finishing ahead of anybody or really anything. As long as Shulk stays at least a lap down, all VK has to do is finish the race and he'll be the champion. As Joel's trying to scoot away, but I think VK is slowly but surely reeling him in. Every time you see either Joe Musa or VK, you will always see the other driver right in the corner of the frame, just lurking ever so slightly. At the turn 4, we're going to see what the gap is between the top two. And it's almost a 3-second gap, so the gap is actually starting to shrink, or starting to grow between the top two. As we're closing in on 30 laps to go, so time is running out for there to be a last-minute caution, or last-minute few cautions. But knowing how this season has gone, if there's one caution at the end of the race, there's going to be a field day of cautions during the end. As VK is starting to fall back. Probably trying to save something to make it all the way to the end. And Joel Musa and VK, both top two teammates are going to be coming into the pits. It looks like Smart Coder is going to be coming down the pit as well as Alter. So that's 4 drivers pitting. It looks like Schultz going to be staying out, trying to get a lap back. All eyes are all on the 13. If he gets through this mistake-free, but we cannot count Shulk out because he won a race recently in D2 with his only start in D2, as a matter of fact, and he stayed out as long as a sub-driver of all things. And it looks like it's going to be a slow stop for VK. He's going to fall down to 3rd. But Shulk still stays out. So Shulk might be staying out just a little bit more. As he is now on the lead lap, but he is still sitting 6th. Not a single lap car in sight. Joel Musa leading Smart Coder. And it looks like Trooper got around VK as well, as Trooper is sitting 3rd. VK right now trying to get around the 68. Maybe. We're going to be closing in on 20 laps to go in just a couple laps. To the high side goes VK. Or 30 laps, yes, my bad. And thought he was going to look down to the inside there and go, oh yes he does, as Trooper can slide up the track. There's a little bit of contact between the two. Side by side, off of turn number 4. Across the line, they're still side by side going into turn 1. VK's going to clear him. Now back up into the podium position is King or VK. Trooper just trying to look for a good finish here in the last race of the season before we start ripe and fresh in good old Michigan. VK currently sitting 5 seconds behind. That battle between he and Trooper might have reeled him back just a little bit more. Down the backstretch of VK. VK trying to hold out Trooper. But if VK were to finish 1-2 with his teammate, that would be big for Shocks Racing. And it looks like VK, no, he's not going to try and catch up to his teammate to get a 1-2 finish. He's going to start saving to make it to the end of the race. Looks like 68 tried to do a slide job on the 13. It looks like there's more lag for the 12 car. And it looks like Shulk is starting to lose just a little bit of. Oh, and it looks like almost up into the battle between Trooper and VK. It looks like Smart Coder spun around, almost caused a huge crash, but now he's gonna have to be sitting outside of the top 3. But VK is still sitting third, or is now sitting third. It looks like Shulk is closing in on getting lapped down once again, or getting lapped again. So he probably did not even get enough practice at this track in order to really know how to run it. Although he has been doing pretty decent. Oh, and looks like VK is going to get around Trooper there off of turn number 2. There's still nose to tail going down the back. Now down into turns 3 and 4. Trooper's going to try the high side just a little bit. VK is going to be down on the bottom. Now Trooper's going to have that little bit of a run. Going down to the turn number 1. Trying to find his way around this 13. VK is going to pull a little bit of a gap on the 68. And now looks like Trooper is going to start saving. A lot of drivers are in need of a caution right now, especially Shulk. If Shulk can get a caution and finish ahead of VK, it's done and over for the 13, and King would then therefore be the champion, even though he was not behind the wheel. Joel currently 17 points behind the top 2. So his chances of winning are very, very slim. 29 laps remain here at Homestead-Miami. And the first half of this race was absolutely incredible, but the second half has mostly been strategy, which is definitely shown to work out for a lot of these drivers. VK has 5 wins on the season, 8 top 5s overall. He's put together an incredible season, most wins over all of the drivers. And right now, he's looking to cruise to his 2nd in a row championship. More than likely is already locked into that first place position, but it's been a chaotic race for the championship hunt. Multiple lag issues for King, and then VK obviously being the better of the two and being able to win, or closing in on being able to win this championship for the 2nd time in a row. And again, VK, if he were to DNF and Joel Musa were to win the race, he would be the champion and will have redemption after what happened to him last season at Homestead. Slowly closing in on 20 laps to go here at Homestead-Miami. We are so glad if you stuck with us throughout this entire race. As of right now, it looks like Joe Musa is going to be finishing 2nd in the or 3rd in the points. Oh no, sorry, it would be 2nd in the points. Joel now looking to put Stoke a lap down. Shulk, the owner of the car that King drove, and it looks like it's going to be the 7. You're going to send it down to the inside and shoves him out of the way. He puts him down a lap. And right now, if Joel were to get fastest lap, that would probably help him within the championship. Right now, Joe Musa is sitting far from the fastest lap. And yeah, over the radio, Joe Musa says, not happening. So, does not look like that Joe Musa is going to be confident in winning the championship. And now that Shulk has been put a lap down, that actually hurts Joel's championship hopes. Because VK is still yet to DNF, and it's still yet to DNF for Joel to have a shot. He's trying to get around Shulk right now as VK's around the outside of him. And oh, he almost gets spun! He almost got spun going into turn 3. That was a close call. Yeah, right now, Shulk complaining over the radio about old tires. They are not fun around this track, according to him. Homestead-Miami will eat up your tires. As time is closing up. With only 17 laps remaining here at Homestead-Miami, the championship looks to be decided. But again, not over until it's over. As VK rounds turn 4. And it looks like Trooper's gotten around Shulk as well. Shulk very, very slow. And right now, the next person to catch up to Shulk, the lap car, would be Katana in the 51. As VK's ripping the outside wall in turns 1 and 2. Joe Musa very fast around this track as VK's got a bit of a foot cramp that cannot be good for the throttle there. So you can see how he runs that bottom lane. And we got a bit of a battle starting to close in here. Looks like, oh no, Shulk has gotten past from the 51, but the 51 is now closing in on the 68. But these two battle and possibly bring out a caution. They're side by side coming off of turn 2. Trooper saying something about fuel possibly did not save enough. But if Trooper were to run out of fuel, would that bring out the caution? So if Trooper were to run out of fuel, that would bring out a caution. Shulk would then get a lap back and will be able to fight VK for the championship. And that would also mean that Joe Musa would be locked out of the running. But here is the catch. We are closing in on 10 laps to go, 11 to go right now. But we are closing into the end. It's coming down to the wire. Trooper going very slow. He might get passed by Shulk here. Oh, and there's contact! Shulk and Trooper make contact on the front stretch. Trooper very concerned about his fuel right now. Can he make it to the end? If he does not, that will be a DNF and a caution. Up the track goes Trooper. He's very, very slow. He's still got fuel in it, but he's trying to limp it around the track. Smart's going to be closing in on him soon. He's got to let Shulk by if he's just going to keep saving. Because he is not going to be able to make it. Trooper down to the bottom of the racetrack. How much fuel does he have left in that machine? Laps remain here. Or sorry, no, 7 laps remain here as Trooper's going to be coming down. He's not going to risk it. He comes down pit road, and that's going to close out this book on the championship season. Well, there is one more shot. One more final shot for Joel Musa in the 7. A DNF from VK could mean the difference between he being in victory lane and his teammate being in victory lane. So does VK have enough fuel? Joel Musa coming up on lap traffic. That is Smart Coder. Joel Musa's looking to clinch another victory this season. And if he gets lucky enough, a championship. Oh, and it was a very bad corner for the 7 car. VK might have enough fuel, but barely. From door-to-door action throughout this entire circuit, all the way to a strategy fuel race. Feels just like Pocono. And oh, there's a big checkup from Shulk right in front of the leader. Up the track they go. Musa is going to get around him, though. As there's 3 laps remaining here at Homestead-Miami. Joel Musa looking to take home the victory with his teammate winning the championship and finishing second. A 1-2 finish for the champion for Shocks Racing. And it looks to be a GG for King. Two more laps to go, and around goes Shulk. He's spinning around up for turn number 2. Crashing, wrecking down the backstretch. No caution as it's just a 1 car, but that's a lot of ground lost for Shulk. But white flag in the air. The final lap of season 3. Joel Musa with his teammate in second, looking to have a 1-2 finish here and a championship for Shocks Racing. Down the backstretch for the final time. Through turns 3 and 4. He's tried to get as much redemption as he can. It's not going to be enough for a championship, but Joel Musa returns to victory lane. And VK is gonna try and make his way to the finish line. With hardly any fuel left in that machine. Can he make it to the line? He's slowing, Shoka's out, he DNFs, but VK is gonna cross the line a champion! Back-to-back championships for VK! And he runs out of fuel right as he crosses the line. Incredible here at Homestead-Miami.